Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I got one more interesting topic that we can go through into. And it's not about the visual that you are creating, but it largely helps to create a well-directed visual. So what are those? Like first we will go through the append query, what exactly it is. Then we will see how the merge query looks like and how what are exactly the difference between both these things. Then how the unpivot and unpivoted things of a column can be work and how you can create a conditional column. So let's get started for this. So for that we need to jump into the edit query section. Let's say I have a three sales data, three tables actually from a sales data from a different cities, and I have just you can either have it from your local folder as of now. There can be multiple ways to combine them and other things, but we are going with an append logic as of now. The reason is very simple. We want to understand how the logic looks like. Okay, so let's say we have the three different sales table from different cities. What I'm going to do, I'm click on the append and I will click as append query as new. So what it does, it's like it gives me a pop-up and shows me what are my tables that I need to append. So let's say if I have three and more tables, since I have it right now, so I can add Delhi, I can add Mumbai, and let's say it's created. So what an append does, it's row by row for each city, it adds all the rows in the table. Before doing that also, one task that you can do, it's like you can create a new column here, let's say location or geography or something like this, and that can be added as well as here also. So I have not added these things, but you can go and definitely try this out. Now let's me rename this sales data for a time. Now, what is the second task? If you see here, for this order ID, this salesperson sold this particular tablet in the month of January, February, and March. This many number of units that he has sold. But what about the unit price for this tablet? So we have another table which is product category, which says the tablets, it's in electronic category, a unit price is 15,000. It depends on the number market unit, whatever you want. So now we want this particular values in my sales data. Then here comes your merge queries. So when I say merge query, it's more of a joins logic we have in the SQL data, where we want to join tables based on the left join, based on the right join, or full outer join, or inner join. So based on that, you need a merge query. So what I can do, I will select my product table. I want to merge on my product and I have to select both this here. Okay. And what kind of a join you want. It can be a right join, it can be full outer join and inner join. So let me take that as a left joint or inner joint because I have all these things, but depends on the your data also, it might matter, vary. If I click OK, it will give something like this. So if you see here, the product category came, but it's a table. I cannot see the value. So what I need to do, I need to click on the expansion button and I can hide the product. I just need category because product is already there and the unit price. And you want to use original suffix as prefix as a column name, or you can checkbox on unbox. If you have a checkbox, so it would be like product category underscore category. It will be product category underscore unit price. So you can just remove this thing and add it here. So if you see the category is here and the unit price is here. Now we have a something that we can actually work on this particular data. But let me ask you one question here. Give me a total sales by product for a given month, or let's say create a line chart out of this. So in this structural way, you cannot create as of now a line chart. Okay, for line chart, you need row, something more of a tabular view rather than this column views. So what we need to do, it's like unpivot of this particular table. So what I mean by unpivot is like, let's say we have 15 rows of data right now, but going ahead, if I unpivot this thing, so you will have 15 cross 3. If I just go and unpivot the columns, and now it will have more than 43 rows. So this is for a given month, for a given tablet, we have the three rows. Now we can just rename this column. Let's say month, we have sales. So these are the like basic things that you need to create in the Power Query. The next question comes here. Let's say someone wants to see categorize sales into three different buckets. So there can be again two ways. You can create here in the Power Query, or you can create in your custom columns when we go into the visual in your canvas view. What my recommendation would be to create anything if it is something very uh, would not change with some certain condition, then it would be best to do it on a Power Query. Reason being, every time uh, if you create using a custom column in the canvas view, it will every time refreshes and it makes your data slow, your dashboard slow. So here I have the sales. I can directly create a three section. So let's say add column. You can go to conditional columns. It will give you a simple pop-up here. So let's say select sales, it's greater than or equals to, let's say I'm just giving a random value 50K. Then let me give the high sales. Let me add one more clause, sales greater than or equals to, let's say 30K, and it will be medium, else low. If I click OK, the column is get created. I can rename this column as less sales range. So let me select one. Let me see high values. It all greater than 50K. If I take medium, let's take it the medium wave, that is the important one. Then if you see everything is anything above from 20K, I guess I have done something wrong here. Let me check this condition again. 30K. Okay, I have kept the 30K. Okay, that is how, and less than or equals to, I kept it. It should be greater than or equals to 30K. If anything above 30K and below 50K, it should be medium. So what I can take is like this, and then I select again medium. Now it makes sense. Anything above 30K and below 50K, it gives the medium. And if I select low, so anything below 30K will be my low. So this is how you can create actually different conditional columns, and you can also create some of the very complex column at the same time. So this is how you can create it. So we have the data and we can perform certain analysis on the top of this. Now, if I go and hit close and apply, what will happen? Let's see. So it will just reload the data for a being. It will take few seconds since it's a very small data sets, and we have it. Now, if you see here, we have the sales data and everything here. If I just click on this, we have the sales range, everything is there. But the next question, do we really need this sales data, Mumbai sales, Delhi sales, product category? Answer is no. Since we just going to work and do perform all certain kind of analysis on the top of the sales data, then we do not require these particular tables. Then how to hide these things? So what we can do, I can go again to the edit query. And what we need to do, it's very simple one-step process. That is, let's say click on product category, right click on this, and if you see this enable load section, you just need to uncheck this box and it will say continue warning. It will give you a warning, and if you see, it's turned into italic. So it means that when you go into the canvas, this particular table won't show up there, or you can either you can hide it, but it's better to do in this way. Now if I go here and do the same for the daily sales also, now it's done, and let me do uh, close and apply. Let's see how it will look like. So if you see, now I have only one single table, and then I can proceed with to create any kind of a visuals out of it. So this is how you can create a simple do a simple pre-processing of a table of a data, which is very, very important, that generally most of the people do skip this thing. So hope you are able to follow till this point. If you are, then please like this video, subscribe my channel, follow for more Power BI updates. Thank you so much.